You're probably noticing a second flush of weeds taking off in the garden at the moment. As the weather warms, perennial weeds really start to grow. Grasses like kikuyu start running across the surface of lawns and potentially into garden beds. And weeds like nutgrass and onion grasses start appearing everywhere. But what do you do when the weeds have taken off like this, particularly if you've got a large area? Well, the best way to control weeds in this situation is using a systemic herbicide like Roundup. That's a herbicide that is absorbed through the plant's leaves and spread throughout the plant, including the root system, killing it from the ground up. Internationally, professional nurserymen and turf managers rely on Roundup. The reason systemic herbicides are so important becomes apparent when you've got a weed like this one here. This is the wild gladioli, and it also occurs with nutgrass and onion grasses. You can see the little bulblets at the base of the plant here. Now, if you pull this out of the ground, all of these little bulblets break off, and each one of them is a new plant. You can end up with hundreds of new plants for every weed you pull out. So the best way to control it is to spray it with a systemic herbicide. The herbicide will go down through the leaves, down into the stems, and then down into the bulblets. It'll kill the roots off, the plant off, but most importantly, you won't get any bulblets start to grow. It's a terrific way to control these types of terrible weeds. Now, the people from Roundup have made it so much easier when they've created this one here. This is the Pump and Go sprayer, and it's absolutely brilliant. This 5-litre sprayer is compact and pre-mixed. That means no handling concentrates, no measuring. You simply pump the handle and start spraying. The wand is outstanding as it has a number of safety and comfort features, and it's extendable, which means you don't have to bend down to target your weeds. I think this pack is a fantastic innovation. You see, it solves one of the most common garden problems that people have. The old problem of mixing herbicides and insecticides. You see, you use your typical spray pack and go and spray the weeds in the garden. You don't wash it out properly, or maybe even you leave a little bit of herbicide in the bottom. Next, you come, throw some insecticide in to spray the roses to get rid of the aphids, and guess what? You've got herbicide in there. Suddenly the roses start dying. You cannot afford to muck around, and this solves that problem. Roundup is a soft herbicide that is inert once it comes in contact with soil. It breaks down and has no residual effect on the environment, and it's fast-acting, killing weeds, roots and all, within a few days of application. Remember, it's always important to give it at least 2 hours of dry weather after spraying so it can be absorbed by the leaves in sufficient quantities to really kill them off. It's important to remember the old horticultural adage: you'll get 7 years of weeds from just one season of weed seeds. So try and keep your weeds down to a minimum on a regular basis. And the best way to control weeds and kill them roots and all is to use Roundup.